What's up, World Changers? We miss you guys so much, but we hope that you guys have been having a great week. I hope you guys have been learning a lot and having a ton of fun. We actually have a brand new series this month called Upside Down. So we're going to be learning all about humility this month because it is a brand new month. So that means that we have a new virtue and a new Bible verse. So our virtue is humility, which means putting others first by giving up what you think you deserve. It's not always easy, but it's the life that God calls us to live. Our memory verse is found in Philippians 2:3, so check it out. It says, "Don't do anything only to get ahead. Don't do it because you are proud. Instead, be humble. Value others more than yourselves." So we're going to be learning all about that throughout this month. In fact, we have a really cool Bible story that teaches us about humility. But right now, can anyone tell me what time it is?
I can't do anything better than you. 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 Anything better. Anything better.
What is up, everybody? Hey, we are getting ready to play our game for today. If you join with me over here, we have Mr. Bradley.
Hey!
Bradley is representing the
Boys
team, and Miss Winter over here. She is going to be representing the girls team. The girls team. So the game we're about to play, as you can tell, we have this ginormous, beautiful tower of blocks. It's a beautiful tower, okay? And what they're gonna do is they're gonna throw their emoji balls at the tower, and then they have a minute, that's right, just 1 minute to build the highest tower that they can. Okay, so they're gonna throw the balls. They get to throw it at, or build their tower, however tall that they can build it. Okay, it's pretty simple. Another thing, real quick, at 15 seconds, one player will get a chance to throw Miss Betty. She's happy here. Miss Betty at the other opponent's tower. They have a chance to knock it down. If they miss, they miss. It's only one person, one throw. That's it, and she will be sitting right here, Miss Betty. Okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go! Come on! Get as many as you can, What's your strategy here, Brad? What's your strategy here?
Just get as many.
Keep going. Remember, you only got about 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Keep going. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. You're gonna get ready. It didn't even do anything, Brad. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That's it!
I cannot go any higher!
That's it! She literally can't.
Oh
Look at that!
Wait, I can't really
no.
show
And
this.
she's, look at that big.
I couldn't even use it!
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Here's the measurement for this one. Pretty close. I can see where it's at. Winter, you have more over here. I love your use of this one too. Again. Oh, we have a girl winner! Girls win! Hey, let's play that girls chat. Here we go. Let me hear you scream. Go. Girls rule, na 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 na. Wait, why am I cheering? Girls won. Dang it. Girls won. All right, man, that was so much fun. We had so much fun playing with you guys. Girls, it's okay that you won. The boys are gonna be humble about it, about losing. All right, it's okay, don't matter. But hey, we're gonna move over to Pastor Nyla. She's gonna teach us a little bit about humility. So here we go.
What's up, World Changers, man? I am so excited to get into today's Bible story. I think it's gonna really teach us about humility, and it's actually found in Matthew 26, verses 36 through 56. All right, so check it out. For months, the Jewish religious leaders had been plotting to silence Jesus.
He called us pretenders, snakes!
On the Sunday before Passover, Jesus entered Jerusalem to great cheers from the crowds.
Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord!
But even as the crowd swarmed in to see what Jesus would do and say, one of Jesus' closest friends, Judas, went to the religious leaders with a very sneaky plan.
What are you willing to give me if I deliver him over to you?
How about a cool 30 pieces of silver?
Jesus knew these plans, but he also knew that his mission was to face those who hated him and let them take him without defending himself. He prepared his closest friends for this during a Passover meal, and then afterwards led them outside the city towards the Mount of Olives. Judas had already left him.
In a little while, you will no longer see me. Then after a little while, you will see me. I came from the Father and entered the world. Now I am leaving the world and going back to the Father.
The air cooled as the evening darkened.
This very night, you will all turn away because of me.
Peter, the most outspoken of Jesus' friends, quickened his step and tightened his hand on the sword he was carrying.
All the others may turn away because of you, but I never will.
What I'm about to tell you is true. It will happen tonight. Before the rooster crows, you will say 3 times that you don't know me.
I may have to die with you, but I will never say I don't know you.
Me too. Same.
Poof, by the time Jesus and his friends reached the Garden of Gethsemane, they were exhausted.
Sit here while I go over there and pray.
As the other disciples settled in on the cold, rough ground, Jesus took Peter, James, and John along with him to a grove of ancient olive trees. The weight of what was coming pressed down on him.
My soul is very sad. I feel close to death. Stay here. Keep watch with me.
We're here for you.
We got this. Prayers.
The 3 friends found seats among the knotted tree roots. Jesus went along a little further. Then suddenly, he fell on the ground face first into the dirt. Words poured out from deep inside.
My Father, if it is possible, take this cup of suffering away from me. But let what you want be done, not what I want.
After a short time, Jesus returned to his friends. They had all fallen into restless sleep. Jesus touched Peter's arm.
What? Huh? We're just praying.
Couldn't you men keep watch with me for 1 hour? Watch and pray. Then you won't fall into sin when you are tempted. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak.
We'll stay awake this time.
Got you covered.
Again, Jesus threw himself down to pray. His pain was so deep, blood and sweat beaded on his forehead.
My Father, is it possible for this cup to be taken away? But if I must drink it, may what you want be done.
Jesus returned to his friends once more to find them still sleeping. So Jesus lay his heart out to God once more. He prayed the desperate words again, begging God to take away what was coming, and at the same time revealing his complete trust in God's plan.
Let what you want be done, not what I want.
At last, Jesus knew the time had come. He returned to find Peter, James, and John buried deep in sleep. Beyond them, his followers slept too.
Are you still sleeping and resting?
The disciples struggled through a fog of sleep, blinking and yawning. Below them, torchlight showed them an angry mob climbing up the hill. The men were waving swords and clubs, shouting as they came.
Look, the hour has come. The Son of Man is about to be handed over to sinners. Get up, let us go. Here comes the one who is handing me over to them.
Jesus' friends staggered to their feet. Peter clutched his sword. As the mob marched closer, they could see the man in front of the mob. It was their friend, Judas.
Judas? What are you doing?
The mob had been sent by the Jewish religious leaders. Judas had already explained to them that he would greet Jesus with a kiss, so they would know exactly who to arrest.
Greetings, teacher.
Jesus ignored the other disciples and went directly to Jesus, kissing him on the cheek in greeting. Jesus drew back and looked Judas directly in the face.
Friend, do what you came to do.
The mob surged forward as the disciples just stood there, frozen and confused. As men grabbed Jesus, Peter suddenly sprang to life, awkwardly drawing his sword.
Should we use our swords?
Peter didn't wait for an answer, but he struck out wildly. His blade sliced right through the ear of the high priest's servant.
Oh! Stop this!
Jesus touched the servant's ear. Immediately, he was healed.
Put your sword back in its place. Do you think I can't ask my Father for help? He would send an army of more than 70,000 angels right away. But then how would the scriptures come true? They say it must happen in this way.
Jesus turned back to the mob and the man who held him. They hovered there, uncertain in the flickering light of their torches.
Am I leading a band of armed men against you? Do you have to come out with swords and clubs to capture me? Every day I sat in the temple courtyard teaching, and you didn't arrest me. But all this has happened so that the words of the prophets would come true.
No one could respond to Jesus. Instead, they arrested him and led him away. And his friends, who said they would be with him through anything, ran away. Jesus chose the path of humility and made the choice that would bring life to everyone, but that would cost him everything. He chose to put us first, which brings us to our bottom line. It's simply this, guys. Put others first. That is exactly what Jesus did in this story. Even though he didn't feel like it, even though he was scared, even though he was tired and knew the pain he would go through, he still decided to put us first so that we could be here today living for him. It's not always easy, and I'm sure just like Jesus, sometimes it can be scary or it can feel overwhelming, but we must do our best to put others first because that is what the Bible tells us to do, and that is what Jesus did. So with him, we can put others first. And it might simply look like choosing to play a game that your little brother or little sister wants to play. Or maybe going to that restaurant that your parents want to go to that you might not want to go to. Listen, humility is all about putting others first. And we can do that with God. So let's go ahead, bow our heads, close our eyes, and pray. Jesus, we love you. Thank you so much for being by our sides, God. Thank you for always choosing us. Thank you for putting us before you, Lord. Thank you for coming to this earth and dying for us. God, please help us to be able to do that for others. Help us to remember to put them first, even when we might not feel like doing it. We love you. We thank you. In your name I pray. Amen.
All right, let's see what we got left. Yo, no way, I got the last trail mix. Man, what's up, World Changers? Man, that was such a great story from Pastor Naeli talking to us about humility. This whole month, we're gonna get to learn about what humility really looks like. And really, it's simply just putting others first by giving up what you think you deserve. Man, so picture it like this. You get home from school or whatever, and you get the last bag of trail mix, right? But your brother or your sister walks in, and then they want some. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, hey, Brad, how's it going, man?
Hey, what you got there?
Well, I was just telling a story about humility. I got some trail mix right here.
Oh, trail mix, my favorite, bro.
I know, I love trail mix too. No,
oh,
like,
yeah.
Can
I have some?
Can I
have it?
You want all of it?
Yeah.
I really think that I deserve this one, but like I just got done. You know what? This is what humility looks like. Sure, Brad, you can.
Thanks, bro.
Well, guess that's what humility looks like. You put others first, even though you think you deserve it. So here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna go into some praise, all right? So everybody go ahead and stand up for me. Show off some of those dance moves, all right? And here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I see the way you live. I see the way you love. I want to live like you. Oh, I want to love the way you do. I don't wanna wait forever. I know that your plans are greater. I am ready now, 'cause there's nothing better, no. Whoa, and now I know. Oh, I wanna live fully alive. Oh, I wanna live fully alive. I wanna live for you in everything I do, 'cause I wanna live fully alive. I see the way you live. I see the way you love. And I want to live like you. Oh, I want to love the way you do it. I don't wanna wait forever. I know that your plans are greater. I am ready now, 'cause there's nothing better, no. Whoa, and now I know. Oh, I wanna live fully alive. Oh, I wanna live fully alive. I wanna live for you in everything I do, 'cause I wanna live fully alive. No, I'm never looking back, never looking back. No, I'm never looking back, never looking back. No, I'm never looking back, never looking back. Yeah, he lives inside, and now I am alive. Oh, I wanna live fully alive. Oh, I wanna live fully alive. I wanna live for you in everything I do, 'cause I wanna live fully alive.
Wow, I had so much fun learning about humility. We're gonna be learning all about that throughout this month. Next week, we have a really awesome Easter service planned for you guys. But until then, world changers, we have a challenge for you. You guys know the song Church Clap, all right? We've done it many times in our services. So here's what we want you guys to do. We want your parents to film you guys doing your best dance moves to the song Church Clap. You guys know this song, we've done it a lot of times, so you guys just make sure to show off your best dance moves. We want to see them. We have something really cool planned for that. So parents, while you guys upload those to our social media, make sure to check out the resources that we have for you guys as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.